Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Survivor Reignited. As always, joined by my side, you know him, you love him, MJ Duplessis, becoming a Survivor superfan himself, and we're only on season 3, folks. Only on season 3. And as always, I am your DadHat reality TV loving, pro wrestling loving, everything loving. Although I'm really into books right now. I'm reading a lot. But Justin, aka DadHat, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing real good, and yes, today is actually going to be a reality TV filled day because when we get done filming, I'm going to watch some of season 4, and then I'm going to actually be watching last night's episode of Big Brother as that show has just started its new season.
I watched the first episode, and the first episode, it's good. It's got me. It's already got me.
No, I was hooked on that first episode. Okay, we're bringing back the bitch.
Who's from my hometown?
Yeah, that's why I was waiting to talk to you about that. I was like, hey, did you watch Who Came Back?
Yeah, I mean, I figured. I mean, to me, there's only one person in Big Brother history that I want to see back. Actually, there's two. One, he was robbed twice. Bring back Paul.
Facts.
Two, Big Brother fans know him as one thing. Michael and I know him as something else.
Yes.
Luchasaurus.
It's crazy, actually. The two pro wrestlers who have been on Big Brother, I'm big fans of. Luchasaurus and one Jesse Guttards.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's about to be
OVW great.
About to be on American Gladiator.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happened last time. We started talking about Big Brother, but like it's not about Big Brother. Part of me is like we need to rebrand the damn show and just talk about everything. But this show is gonna take forever anyway with 40-something seasons. So we're still in Africa, season 3. Last episode we ended. Silas was voted off the tribe. They're thinking of a potential merge coming up. And as we jump into episode 6, first thing is the speculation of a merge and Ethan being very concerned about rations for food because they were expecting a merge to be at this particular time and it may or may not happen. So if not, they're screwed. And I'm just like, people, did we not watch the second season? Jeff will come and take some shit from your camp.
I don't understand how you're not able to ration food when you know certain things. It makes no damn sense to me.
Well, my thought is this. All right. As in season 2, you run out of food. Jeff may or may not come and take some stuff from your camp and give you food, but I'm just like, you don't have anything. If you're the one, let's just look at it from both sides of both camps. If you're the one camp, you have the water that you won that's supposed to last you to the merge, which, even though I don't know how, when that's going to be, all right, that might be a selling point. For the other tribe, what are they going to take? Their boma? Just leave them open to the animals? No, they're not going to do that. They have nothing. So I'm like, Jeff's probably they're screwed. They don't have, I don't know, man. But yeah, Ethan was very concerned. He even said we rationed our food so we would finish what we had left in 3 days, thinking the merge would come in 3 days. And then over on Samburu, Tom and Lex are pissed.
These
youngins.
The young kids.
Tom and Lex are staying up late and doing those night shifts, and the other ones are just, we'll just have a fire and go to sleep. And I'm just like, my mentality is there are real animals around. There are lions. There are cheetahs. There are tigers. Well, I don't know what tigers. That's more Asian continent.
They have the lions, the
big 5. They talk about it a lot. The big 5.
Yeah, the wildebeests,
the buffalo,
the buffaloes, the hippos.
Yeah.
The elephants, the
Yeah.
zebras, and the
Yeah.
giraffes. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was like so the big five predators could get into that damn boma if they wanted to,
Yeah.
which we see later on. But like they're just like, you know what? Throw a fire on, we'll be cool. Say lovey. Like if we die, we die. It's like that's their kind of mentality. But Lex and Tom are pissed. Lex and Tom are so pissed. Samburu's also very anxious about who got eliminated. They don't know exactly what to expect. Of course, the youngins are hoping and thinking it's going to be Frank, like because to them Frank is enemy number one. It's, what do you think? What do you think of we talked about the shakeup with the mixing up of the tribes for the first time on our last episode. What do you think of it now that they've been together for a little bit and you really start seeing that frustration come across from both sides?
If I'm the old people, maybe this just because how I grew up. But yeah, if I'm the old timers and I'm looking at this laziness from these young kids, yeah, I'd be pissed too. Especially when you're actually trying to survive. They're in not good conditions. Like
No,
they're actually like trying not to get killed here.
the young kids just don't care about anything. Like the young kids are speculating that it's going to be Frank. Tom and Lex are thinking it might be Kim Johnson because she's a little bit older. She's not the strongest. Foreshadowing. We'll get there. You will get a DadHat rant when we get towards the end of the season. But
the also big thing is Boron debating on the chickens.
Yeah, do they or do they not?
Yeah, eat these chickens before the merge.
I mean, I like the idea that they left them in the dark. But at the same point, it's just like, look, even eating is part of the game.
Yeah.
If we can be stronger than them, we're going to eat these damn chickens.
We got the reward challenge.
I clearly was I didn't pay a lot of attention to this episode, so I'm looking at my notes and I'm just like, it's all shorthanded. I'm like, my youngest, usually I watch it when my youngest is like, I'm trying to get him to go to sleep. He must have been very active. He must have been not going to sleep as easy because I don't have my notes.
Questions about Africa.
Oh, before we get there though, as they're contemplating about the merge and going to votes or going to the actual tribal council, the idea of past votes coming up is a very highly talked discussion.
Always talked about.
Which is funny because that's a rule that eventually is going to be, you won't see that anymore.
Yeah.
That's gonna go away. We talked about The Rock a little bit with when they're.
I was going to say you told me about the white and black rocks.
Yeah, the purple rock. Yeah, you'll get to see that next season. I ain't gonna tell you when, but you will see it next season. So, but yeah, the idea of like who has votes as they approach a merge. They get tree mail. It's a reward challenge. Lindsay is the first one. Your favorite Lindsay. She's the first one to see that Silas is gone. And again, they might be two tribes, but Kim Johnson, she's playing. She, hand signals to Kelly, kind of indicating that Lindsay has votes.
Yeah, that was genius.
Yeah.
The L and the number 3 or whatever that was fucking phenomenal.
Yep. Gameplay, people. All's fair in Love and Survivor. So this is the question challenge. So it's a series of series of question. Boran finally misses a question, putting Samburu in the lead.
Zambu ran away with
Yeah,
this.
they did. I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to remember this challenge because it's been about a month since I
It
watched.
was a buffet. They were just asking different questions about the African history and whatnot and things. They're the African handbook or whatever.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. And of course, after they eat, just like on most seasons of Survivor, especially the early ones, you get to see them eat, and then you get to see them all be in pain because
Yes.
they haven't eaten.
The best part before the puking part was when Samburu was like shoving that food in their mouths, like right in front of Boran, like legit bragging that they got food in Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
What I think, what I think is really funny though is you get Baran lost, and you get Clarence, and he's just hallucinating and daydreaming about food, talking to trees. He's like, I can't stop thinking about food. I dream about food. I think about food 24 hours a day. Which I mean, I get. He's a young guy. He's in shape. He probably eats a lot. Like
Yeah,
to maintain
regularly.
that. Like he's not getting that calorie intake that we talked about with Colby. Like they're
Yeah,
used to taking in those calories to maintain their physique, and you're not getting it now. So your body is turning on itself, and you're missing that food. Um, Clarence is all about wanting to kill the damn chicken,
yeah.
and a bet is kind of made. Um,
Frank makes a fucking comment during this about Clarence wanting fried chicken.
so yeah, so not it. This season does not age well in certain
That
moments.
was wild.
Yeah, this
And
this
it so quickly and it's so like just like passed upon him, just like did that just get said?
yeah, this season does not, and at moments does not age very very well
Yeah.
at all. Um, but yeah, so they make a deal with Clarence that if if a chicken hasn't laid an egg by the next morning, then they will eat one of the chickens. So they wake up the next morning, Clarence hasn't gotten up yet, and the chicken has laid the tiniest little egg you can ever imagine.
So dumb.
Like,
So
and his
stupid.
reaction is great. Like he walks up, doesn't see it, finally sees it. Oh hell no! Like he is he. But then they're like, we're still gonna cook the damn chicken.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with that egg? That many people here, you don't even get like a fork bite worth of egg.
Yeah. No.
Like, um, like it's just funny. Like I. Like he is just he's like, I just need food. Like I will, and he
I
knows
don't
like he would probably he's at the point where he would probably kill the chicken and cook it himself, but he knows if he does, he's gone because he's already had the whole beans and cherries
yeah.
issues. Um,
We
you
get
know they get tree mail again. They're thinking it's going to be in like a kind of an archery competition. Frank boasts that he's an experienced archer.
he
Um,
can't hit shit.
yeah,
This was fun to watch him melt down.
yeah, he's bad. This is,
Military Frank couldn't hit a fucking thing in this challenge.
I mean, Frank. I not really a spoiler. You never see Frank again. He is not. He is not a returning player.
I does not shock me.
But yeah, he Ethan, kind of shined in this. Um, and Baran goes on to win immunity with this. Samburo's discussing strategy because right now, if you're looking at it, it's a 3-3 tie, 3 on each side.
I was ready. I was ready for Lindsay to stab Brandon in the back.
Yeah, right.
And then, well, she fucked herself.
Yeah, she did. Which could have changed the game completely. Um, they from the hand signals and everything. It it's just it's kind of a perfect. I mean, when you have tribes that actually do kind of stick together, and when you get these moments where you get like the side, like, here's what's going on over here, this is what we know about over there. It makes for more compelling because they don't know if they know what they know, type of
Yeah,
thing. um at Tribal, Brandon, Lindsay, and Kim, they try to target Tom, and Clarence's reaction to the egg is always mine. Like, oh hell no, you leave Big Tom alone. Like, I love Big Tom. Well, I love Big Tom. When we get to All Stars, there will be a moment, and I'm just like, come on, Big Tom, come on, Big Tom. But they figure that if a tiebreaker goes to a trivia contest, Tom would, he'd do kind of poorly. Unknown to the youngins, though, um, other than Lindsay overhears that they know how many votes she has. Lindsay, she thinks that her only option is to turn on Brandon. She's kind of in a no-win situation here. Screw over.
absolutely. Like I don't like the woman, but I kind of felt bad in this moment that she kind of got fucked.
Yeah, because she had the chance. She had the chance,
Yeah.
and she didn't, which I get. But my thing is this: this is the big season where people are like, "Oh, these are my friends." My friends. No, they're not. They're
No.
your competitors. One person gets $1 million.
Yes. You guys can be friends after the show.
Yeah.
I've never understood that during reality. Like make friends after the show.
Yeah.
Get this money.
But Lindsay, your favorite, ticking her ass and all, are gone. Any parting words for your favorite of the season?
Fucking cocky attitude got you there. You see it in this next episode.
You do.
The bat with Brandon's fucking rant.
Yeah. Well, Lindsay's gone. We move on. He like Brandon turns on people in like these confessional moments so fast.
Yeah.
Like, she's just so, and it's always that same angle. He's like leaned against a rock, turned his head, like looking up, and I'm like, did you say, can we do this to like the cameraman? Like, it's so dumb looking because it's like, just look at let's have a normal confessional here. Like,
Yeah, Brandon's an interesting character. But god damn it, yeah, that confessional or that little rant beginning of episode 7 was hilarious.
yeah. So we get here. The time has come. Merger is happening. What did you think as we're heading into merge with who's left, where these tribes are in this moment?
At this moment, I was like, okay, Lex, Big Tom, and Ethan kind of like have control of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, these are the three that I thought were going to be like, forerunners of like, they can control this game.
No. Before they actually, before they get to the merge, Brandon is, he's trying to like stake his survival. Like, he's trying to make sure his long game is intact. Like, he's starting to kiss up a little bit to Tom and to Lex and everything. You gotta have. I don't think enough people realize that, like, if there's any type of like tribe swap, you've got to you can't just stay old tribe strong
No.
because you've got to have cross tribe like relationships
Yeah.
because
For the votes at the end of the
for the
game.
votes and for who when somebody you don't want wins immunity and you're like, okay, well at least I know I've got these votes. Okay, we only need to pull one more. Like, yeah. Um, Funny thing about this episode and a conversation, Frank has never heard of the word brunch and had to be explained what brunch was.
So 2 things about this. The brunch situation was crazy. And trying to take a poop and you got a herd of elephants just staring at you,
Yeah.
that would make me nervous. I wouldn't have to go poop anymore.
Well, we've already, we've seen it, their interactions with the wildlife amaze me.
Yeah.
Like, it, I don't know. There's rewatching. This is a weird thing because I always am like, oh, I really enjoy season 3. Watching it this time, I'm like, there's some people I like from season 3, but I'm just not really. I didn't really enjoy season 3 this time watching it. I was like, all right, let's move on. Like, it's like I feel like we took a step back. Yes, the gameplay's there, but it's not as strategic. I feel like in season 3, so it's like we almost took a step back from how Australia was to Borneo, but not all the way back. Lex is starting to get on Kelly's nerves. So there's some old original tribe cracks there. But Lex is starting to get a little twitchy, a little paranoid.
Yeah. Oh, he's paranoid the rest of the season.
Yeah. He's the strongest one there.
Yeah.
He's the strongest damn player in the game.
He is a paranoid asshole.
He's my favorite person on this cast other than Tom.
And
Kim Powers. Hi, Kim Powers.
God damn it, DadHat. His brashfulness and his cockiness was just like, my God, dude, you're not God.
Yeah. Day 20 arrives early morning. The tribes get tree mail. It's for immunity. When they get there, and we get the famous line from Jeff, drop their buffs, and they're now merging into one tribe. They're green buff. They're happy. They're excited. They're hugging. They're cheering. Everybody agreed that Baran's camp was more livable. Duh. And they will start being there. Any items that that Samburu has going to be brought over. But they're going straight. Motomaji.
Yeah, I like
These early seasons where you actually hear what the tribe names are. Like now, it's just like it's on the bottom and you read it, but it's not a big decorating the flag and coming up with names. There's some cool moments though about like there's I want to talk to you about it, but I can't. Like you're gonna laugh and be like, "This is hilarious!" Like how certain tribe names come up with.
That's great.
This is a classic. This is a classic. You will see this competition a lot.
The holding up the arm in the air.
Holding of the arm up in the air. Like it's a big thing. It's a yeah.
The hilariousness of Kelly bragging about how she does this in her real life on a daily basis, and then getting eliminated first.
What was she? I don't remember that. What was she talking about doing in her daily life?
She practices and because it helps with the blood flow and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah,
I remember that now.
She was like, yeah, I do this regularly, and then she's out in like a minute.
Jeff does what Jeff does and starts bringing out some food. I miss him doing that. Teresa pulls a Richard Hatch and starts singing Tomorrow from Annie.
That was amazing. It was really impressive.
I love Teresa. I love T-Bird. Like she
She,
seems like the sweetest woman.
yeah,
Like I just want to give her a hug. Like she just
yeah.
seems
She seemed
she's
like
so
a
sweet and
really cool
sincere.
Southern woman, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah,
she's like grandma.
yeah. It does come down to Teresa and Clarence. And for your first immunity, you paper, rock, scissor it. What the hell?
I mean, yeah.
Why not, right? Well, Clarence loses paper, rock, scissors. You dumbass. So they get back. The new merged tribe meets back at camp. They have a blank. We talked about blank flag. They got to decorate it. They come up with the name Moto Maji. It means fire and water. Of course, they never can remember the whole sequence of like, is it Majai Moto, Maji Moto Maji? Like
It's so funny.
it's
That's why I
about
loved it, because they can never remember
they
shit.
can't like they can't. Um, Frank feels alienated, but he also makes himself alienated by
Yeah,
not trying to join into
I
the
was gonna
conversation.
say, how can you feel alienated when you're the one who's like, fuck these people? I don't understand.
I mean, he gets really into to setting himself and making himself isolated later. And he saw himself trying to be social, and I'm like, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Whoo! Again, different. This season, just in the year 2025, does not air very. It does not.
No.
No. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
This is where you start seeing Lex's attitude come out.
Yeah. But again, it's probably because like I've got like I have friends, a lot of friends that remind me of Lex. Like, um, Frank's starting to go cuckoo
Yeah.
with the elephant, watching
Oh,
an elephant, pretending to be an elephant. I'm
that shit
probably just a
was
blur to him because of his eyesight and
fucking
everything.
hilarious.
And I'm just like, okay, Frank, we gotta get you some food and some sleep. Like he's losing his mind just slightly. I love his quote though. There are a few humans here I wouldn't interact with, but animals, yes. Um, Lex being Lex. So again, this is kind of a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. Like Lex is in All Stars.
Okay.
And having not watched season 3 in a very long time, I'm catching things from his gameplay here that explain a lot when we get into All Stars, and we'll get to that when that happens. But he's very much a man of honor and being upfront. So he goes and
Yeah.
tells Clarence, and later he talks about we'll get to that about Brandon. And that, like, Brandon did him a favor, so he's going to honor somebody
Yeah.
that does a favor for him. Like that's very much how Lex is.
That I loved.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
But
there's
yeah, he
certain
goes.
other parts where I'm just like, dude, you're not the God's gift to this goddamn show.
He's pretty damn good. Like he's pretty damn good at this game. I would love to see him back now, like with how modern day Survivor is.
The pictures you sent me the other day, I was like, I would love to see that old man.
Old man Lex.
That threw me off.
I mean, he's probably only in his I don't know, late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, but the gray hair in that
I
picture.
know. I mean, he looks a lot older. But if I remember when I'm editing, I'll put those pictures right on top of us talking. That's where, if I remember. But Lex, being how Lex is, he takes Clarence aside and tells him, "We're voting you off." I love the way he says it though. We've all decided, because Lex is the voice of everyone, to vote you off today.
Yeah.
He uses that he's too much of a threat in immunity challenge, which is, I mean, he's fit, he's young. Yeah. I mean, that's not a lie. Kelly is not. See, to me, the way that you feel about Lindsay is kind of how I mean.
Oh, they
You know
go
how
hand in hand. Those two young girls.
you know how I mentioned before that in Outback that Jerry was kind of like one of my exes.
Yeah. Lindsay, another one
Kelly,
of your exes?
Kelly,
Or Kelly?
very much so. That attitude, everything. Like I see her and I'm just like, oh my god, you piss me off so much.
No,
Like,
those two young
shut up.
girls. Yeah, no, those two young girls are. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
hand
that
in hand, just like
Kelly is drama personified. Like even like her, like the question she get part later on one of the challenges, like which survivor put that manipulating men was their hobby, and I was like, when I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, and then seeing it again, I'm like, yeah, you're totally like my ex, one of my exes. So, the funny thing is, I've said that to my wife before. Like when I think I was watching it, and and I said, "Man, that reminds me of one of my exes." She knew exactly which one I was talking about,
That's great.
even though she didn't know that person. Um, Teresa states that she won't vote Clarence.
Yeah.
You know, she made a promise to Clarence she won't vote him out. Um, but Clarence is the casualty here. And what then happens is Lex gets 2 votes, Clarence and Teresa, and that leads us into the next episode. And Lex is on a witch hunt.
That's his ego and his angerness just off of one vote is wild to me.
Yeah,
Just let it slide.
yeah. Episode 8. We're not gonna get into it. It's a recap episode. It's literally just behind the scenes and extra footage and extra confessional shots and
Yeah.
everything. But it's fine to go watch. We're just not going to touch on it because it's not. I mean, it's some of it's stuff we've already talked about. But episode 9, yes, they are. Lex is on a witch hunt to find out who voted for him.
Yeah.
But again, Lex is paranoid right now. Lex at this
Yes.
point in the game, with still how many people are there, Lex sees that finish line. He sees how many, like he sees that end of that game, and he's literally questioning everybody. But I think it's funny
Between
though.
his ranting and then Teresa realized that you can't play a straight up loyal game in this.
Yeah, but I love that Lex is just like, I know it's not you. I know 100% it's not you, and I'm just like, dummy. Yeah. Sorry, that was too easy.
That was an Eli Drake situation. Wow, that's great.
That's gonna get clipped. That'll get wrestling. There's my laundry as always when we're recording. But we get to the next reward challenge. It's where's my notes on the challenge?
It's a plank shot put challenge for the goats.
Yeah, they're gonna take goats. The winner takes goats to an African village to try to barter and get
I
things.
loved this episode.
Oh, that's right. It's the planks, and they have. It's like you have to find to get it in the hoop and everything. It took me a second. I'm like, my notes just said plank, jump, and I'm like plank, jump, plank, jump. Oh, the hoop. But again, this is one of those cool challenges, and we'll get to it when we get to that episode. Lex has a cool reward later. Like it's kind of like how in the Outback there was the one with the cowboys, which was like getting a big sightseeing one, like how Jerry and Colby did, where they got to go to the Great Barrier Reefs and everything. There's one later in this season. Shut up, laundry. Like that's cool, but to see this where it incorporates like the culture and the environment and the people and what life is actually like there, that's cool to me. So yeah, the winner gets to take a goat and barter it to try to get whatever they
Yeah.
kind of want.
And then, yeah.
Ethan gets to take somebody. I will say this: Ethan, probably one of the most noble players ever.
Nicest human beings in the world.
Like he is the most straight line game ever. Like as can be. There is no like up and down. I'm going this way, I'm going that way. It is straight for Ethan.
He played this game so nicely and
Yeah.
was shocked, which is shocking in a game like this.
Yeah.
When you play a game like this or Big Brother or the challenge, usually you have a little bit of an asshole or like a little bit of a backstabbing moment. This dude plays this straight up like the most loyal person in the world.
In modern day Survivor terms, he would not win because, like, in modern day Survivor right now, it's all about what you have on your resume. What big moves did you win? How many competitions did you win? What did you, what did you, what votes were you behind that you were the one that planted the idea, but you weren't actively seen as the one planting those seeds? Like, yeah. But he gets to take somebody and he does the easiest thing he can do. I'm bringing Lex because Lex came in second place and almost beat me.
Yeah.
It's a great way of saying it because it's not going to ruffle too many feathers.
No. Watching locals watch two white guys try to carry goats off of a truck.
Those goats were being a pain.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And of course, the other tribe members, they gave them things like hats to go and try and trade. And like they've got like almost like a grocery list. Like, I want something sweet. I want something salty. I want a souvenir. I want a piece of clothing. Like, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. We don't know what this place has.
Yeah. We're in a third world country, my people.
Yeah. The funniest thing was, Lex being like, we were hoping this goat was going to get a good home. And we knew when we sold that goat to that person, he was going to take it and sell it right behind it, or he hoped he had a good home. Nope. Right to the butcher. Yeah.
What do you expect? Again, these people want and need food.
Yeah. My favorite part though is when they go to like the restaurant and like what the options were, and they were like, they had burgers, but they didn't want to taste them. They didn't trust the meat because he said there was a lot of cats roaming around. So they ended up getting French fries, and they looked delicious. But I mean, it was like you pick up a fry and it's dripping in oil. Like, there's so much.
My kind of food.
I mean, I'm a foodie. I'm a fatty. So,
Ethan got the hacky sack with some locals.
He's a soccer player. I remember the hacky. I'm old enough to remember the hacky sack face. You were probably not even born yet.
I had a few friends of mine who did it when we were like in elementary school and middle school.
Mm-hmm.
But but that was cool. And Lex is on the sidelines bragging that his friend's a giant soccer player.
Yeah, talking to the kids. Well, that's one thing I like about Lex too. I mean, he is all about his kids, and so interacting with kids. Back at camp, Teresa and Frank, they're still not super fans of the young crowd, but they're trying to also survive in this game. So they're trying to, like, can we coexist? Could we? It's a core group of 4 can do a lot because that's 4 concentrated votes in one direction. So they talked to Kim Powers, they talked to Brandon about that. They united out of necessity is the best way I can kind of explain it. But Baran is still up 1 member. Frank's just like, I don't really have a choice other than to go in like this. Ethan makes a great point though. He's like, winning a reward like this is bittersweet because you get this great experience, but you're also away from camp where people can be talking and plotting against you.
Yeah. I was like,
He understands that for being a very straight line game, he understands the nuances and everything with this game. So we get to the immunity challenge.
Memory game.
You know, you don't have a lot of food in you. You don't have a lot. So memory game. And
Ethan wins this pretty handily.
Yeah. That's the one that's like looks like a tic-tac-toe board, right? And you have to memorize. Yeah. So Ethan went. I mean, yeah, this was Ethan's episode. I mean, reward immunity.
Jeff Probst even mentioned that. Damn, Ethan, you're having a good couple of days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw an Outback. How many immunities did Colby win in a row? Right.
Yeah.
Some competitors just have a run. Then there's other seasons where it's like every episode, it's like, oh shit, the person who needed it the most just got it, and that throws everything off. Like, back at camp, Lex is still on his witch hunt, trying to find people against him.
Thinking it's Kelly.
Which I mean, Brandon has, even though he said he's going to do this alliance with Frank and Teresa and Kim, knows that it's not going to work. But he voted with Baran, and that got Kelly out 5-4. But she's our first member of our jury. What are your thoughts now that we are building towards the jury?
I think Kelly getting eliminated was dumb just because fucking Lex can't figure out who that one voice to. So
I think that if Kelly had stayed in this game longer, Lex would have been out sooner.
Yeah.
She would have figured out a way to get the votes against him. And that would have broken up that trio alliance of Lex and Ethan and Tom.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the next episodes, we're going to get into one of the, for the time, you know, again, does not age well, this reward challenge, because of how uncomfortable Frank is. But we'll get there. We'll probably speed through this episode because I'm just like, I don't want to talk about Frank anymore. You know, the big talking point is Brandon. And we mentioned it, Lex being like, Brandon did them a favor. But again, Ethan understands his game. Ethan even tells Lex, Brandon might be loyal to you. He is not loyal to me or to Tom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's clear as day. He's not wrong. Lex has this like, okay, cool. Something goes sour. Then I've got one extra person in my back pocket. But I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, they look. I mean, they seem like they would get along. Brandon and Lex and everything. Like, there's never any problem with them.
No.
I give Brandon all the credit in the world and everything. He even talks about later on, like in a confessional, like he was most surprised about how good he was at the competitions, and he was good in competitions.
Yeah, Brandon was actually really phenomenal. I was actually very impressed.
But they talk about that.
The reward challenge.
Oh, Frank approaches Lex about an alliance first.
Oh yeah.
And Lex straight up says, I've got my alliances.
That shit was.
I've got my alliances already lined up. And it's like, this is not like a made to order. Like, your alliance changed daily, buddy. Like in this game. Big Tom's boil.
I was hoping we weren't going to talk about that disgusting thing.
It's
But,
massive. Like right on the side of his neck. Like
yeah, it
and
will
then
take a second head.
yeah, and like all the women are trying to like yeah. All I'm gonna say is that's gross. Um and they name it, but um tree mail tells them they have to pair up. So they draw numbers out of a bowl and like so two like there's gonna be a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 2, and a 3 and 3. So like whoever has the matching numbers get matched up.
The
Um
irony of both Brandon and Frank saying they didn't want to work with each other,
that's karma. That's the universe.
that they ended up partners, was so fucking great.
Yeah. Brandon, mentions like they're polar opposites. We can be neighbors and never speak a word to each other. Frank's a little bit more abrupt. His camping trip just went to hell, was his quote. It's a relay race. They run in heats. So 2 initial heats, the winners of those go on. But yeah, Frank and Brandon win. And what do they win? A movie under the stars. Where they go and watch Out of Africa. And they have food, of course.
Good movie, by the way.
Yeah. Great
Really
movie.
good movie.
I haven't seen it in years, but really good movie. And it's so weird how they're like the editing and how they're shooting. They're showing them with their socks off and their feet. Like it's like they're trying. The production is trying to insinuate, but I'm sure Frank was pissed after he saw how everything was.
Yeah.
But that's Frank. Yeah, this is where we get kind of the back at camp. You get them talking about Brandon's allegiance and how he's, not really loyal to Tom and to Ethan. The two dinner date or movie date couple comes back. Frank's talking to Tom. He's just. I think Frank, he's just like if I can outlast Brandon, I'm gonna be happy. And Brandon's the same way. They like, but Tom, Tom's starting to question things. He sees the twitchiness of Lex. Frank's, he's so good with words. People are changing their minds like they change their underwear. Like, shut up, Frank. Let's see.
Got the immunity challenge the next day. They have to make the fire.
Yep. Again, eventually you're going to understand why I keep meaning like why this is such an important just individual immunity challenge. But yeah, we make fire and Lex takes it.
This is the start of his little run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
And sorry, Brandon. Brandon goes out at tribal council. It's I mean, it really is. I mean, what comes down to it is it's like everyone's in Lex's alliance sees that Brandon is to Lex just like he's a security option of if I need to turn on somebody, here's an extra vote. If they try to turn on me, here's somebody who can save me and we can redirect. Like he's very much that security.
Yeah.
So the jury now consists of Kelly
and
Brandon. Thoughts on the jury so far?
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really funny.
It's just, oh man, they're starting to get to the point like this season is kind of a train wreck.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, folks, that's where we're going to end for now. Next episode, we're going to wrap up Africa. Then after that, we'll move into the Marquesas. But you got this episode, then you got one more for Africa before we get to Marquesas. But before we get out of here, Mike, Let them know what you got going on. Let them know where they can find you. All those good things.
MG to plus us on all social medias. We have every Monday night you have Netflix and Raw with Pro Wrestling Wizard Doug and the Ring Queen Michaela and myself. You have Inner Circle with Wheels. Episode 2 should be dropping soon.
I'm gonna work on that today.
I did that with my brother Stewie Newen, a very close friend of mine, rapper out here from the Northwest. And also, we should be doing some more Queen's Court stuff here soon. We have talked about that, kind of switching up things since Netflix has taken forever putting old Monday Night Raws on the Netflix
I
app.
don't know if they're going to at this point.
They have. There's a bunch of them. But it's like they've got like 5 or 6 from like every year. Like it's just not. They're putting it. Yeah, they're sporadically putting Raws up there. It's weird.
I think part of it is contractually they can't because like over it's like because it's something to do with the whole Peacock deal.
But none of them are on Peacock. So it's just like, but yeah, there's like 5 to 6 to 7 on like each year from 93 to now. It's very strange.
That's weird. That's very weird. Well, you can find me, DadHat Wrestling, pretty much all social medias, World Championship Wreckage, all social medias. Please give us a like and subscribe. Comment, let us know what you're thinking of the shows. Couple things dropped. First episode of the Pit Chronicles with our buddy Husky Rose just dropped the other day, talking his Pure Heat playlist of all heavy metal and hardcore music. We've got new things coming. We got some things changing. Some people who have a lot of stuff going on personal lives. So maybe it's a few guest hosts for some of our regular shows. But yeah, Survivor. We're gonna keep on rolling with Survivor. Mike hasn't tapped out yet. No, season 3. We're getting to like season 14. He's like, we got to stop for a month. Like I'm burned out. But I don't think so. I think you're gonna that point you're just gonna get a little bit more addicted to it and want to. You're like, all right, I watched like the next 3 seasons. We got to record for 24 hours straight. But yeah, thanks you guys. We love seeing the growth on the channel. It's been nice to kind of get those notifications and see us continue to go up. We appreciate it. We love what we do here, but we'll see you next time as we wrap up Survivor Season 3 Africa.